Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. So this video we continue with our accounting 312 and the chapter 10 and also the group project. So last video I believe we stopped here. We talked about general idea of your group project, and then we said, hey, we first um, include all the variable, and then we found out the two variables they are not significant. We found two variables that are not significant. We will do our second regression model only including the significant variables. But before that, I think that's all right. I'm not going to look at the plot now until we do our second regression model. Okay. So we take care of you take care of the first paragraph by yourself. As I say, it's a real company. So do some research, and then discuss with your classmate. You don't need to write a lot, just the first. I want you to have a proper writing format. The first is always the introduction, and then we talk about second paragraph. Now we do the third paragraph is we delete the insignificant, and we want to get our final regression model. So let's do it together, right? So I close this one. I don't save it. I don't want to save it. I don't want to save it. So we go to our original raw data, and then we said the natural retailers and the fitness center, they are not significant. So we do the same thing, but we don't include those two variables. So I go to data. I still go to data analysis. I go to regression. So my y is still d1 to d 1387, but now instead of going to e, hold on. Oh yeah, from e instead of going to l, I just stop at Jackie. Right now I cannot pronounce this letter. It's G or J, G or J. I just stop demo 425, and then I think I'm good to go. Give it a second. Okay, give it a second. I think that should be right. Let me know if your answer is different from mine. I think this is the final regression. Hope I don't give you wrong information. Okay, as always, make sure you check observation 1386. I think it's correct. R square, is very similar. One more time, we want our R square to be large. We want our R square to be large. And then we only include, you can find out, we only include our significant variables. You want to double check, you find out, you look at the p-value, they are all smaller than 5%, right? They are all smaller than 5%. And then, as I say, you also focus on the coefficient. You also focus on the coefficient. What I want you to do, I want you to write the final regression model. I want you to write the final regression model. So I just write it here, right? Since we are talking, so instead of put y, you just say this is our predicted sale. I can just say sales unit or sales volume, sales unit, sales volume is the beta zero. Beta zero is the intercept, right? The constant intercept. So it's just said 294. I only keep two decimal. You can do whatever you want. And then next one is negative, right? So a coefficient, and the intercept is just intercept. There is no variable. And then my first variable is average. It's average retail price. It's average retail price. Okay, I can't even put it. Okay, so minus, because it's negative, right? I just minus. Hey, how about this? Sorry, I'm too lazy. I just copy and paste. Oh goodness, my computer is so slow. Okay, so I still minus 28.61. So instead of using X1, I know that X is average retail price, right? So I just say the selling price. Okay, I just use selling price. And the plus my next one is representative. 76.95 representative, okay, representative. And then I plus 304.96 and cap, and then I plus 111.26 demo, I plus 73.66 demo, 123, I plus 67.7 demo, 425. Okay, so that's all you need to know. The third paragraph is you put this regression model, and then how do you interpret, right? That's the point. Then everybody knows how I got this number, right? This is called coefficient. And then you replace your x with each specific variable. You already know the variable and you know their coefficient. How do you interpret? One more time. Let's say it one more time, right? So when your selling price increases by $1, your predicted sales volume will decrease by 28.61 units. When there is representative, okay, when there is representative means when this number to be 1 compared to when there is no representative, your predicted sales units will increase by 76.95 units. When there is and cap, compared with no and cap, your predicted sales will increase by 304.96 units. Okay, I'm not going to repeat, so make sure you write it. Let me know if you have any question about dummy variable or you have any concern with interpret the coefficient. The next one, explain the variables. Explain. Oh yeah, I'll ask you to also to explain. So you think it makes sense, yes or no? So you have to do this part by yourself, right? Since we already have the final regression model, I want to ask you, hey, you think the selling price increase will decrease the units? Do you think that makes sense? I think it definitely makes sense. But write something, because the price increases, demand will decrease, and then customers, they may buy from competitor. Remember, we learned the competition, the strategy or something. So why the representative will give you predicted increase about almost 77 units. So I want to see your story there. Okay, I'll leave this part to you. And then I ask you, how about like demo, placement? And then you can find out that the demo also increased, but the same week, and then demo 2 weeks ago or 4 to 5 weeks ago, are they the same effect, yes or no? Give me some story. I know it kind of sounds dumb, but we want to read the numbers. We want to give your manager some story. Okay, how good is the regression model? I said goodness of fit. If I didn't mention this, that means your R squared, right? That means your R squared. Whether your regression model is a good fit, yes or no. So it means R squared. R squared is large. I personally, one more time, I personally think 67% is good enough. Check the residual. Okay, so now we look at the residual. Students said, oh, professor, look at why they only have 0 or 1, 0 or 1, 0. Because they are dummy variable, right? You only have 0 or 1. That's because the dummy variable. So you don't need to look at those things. The only thing we want to look and then we want to analyze is just this retail price. So how do we look at the residual? We want the residual to be random. We don't want to see any pattern. You don't want to say, just above this line or all below the line, or they are all here, they becoming larger and larger, they go upside and down. You want this residual to be random. That's the keyword, random, like a cloud. I think it's a good random plot. So since we are talking, let's see. Residual plot. I'm always afraid, when I give you videos, you may see I look at some bad website or some. Likely that's not who I am. Okay, don't worry. Zero plot pattern. Okay, patterns. So how about this? You can see, right? I want to show. This is a good one. As I say, I don't really require to know this so many details, but you can see there is a pattern, right? There is a pattern. So you can see this is random. There is a pattern. There is a pattern. So that is not a random. Look at ours. I don't think it's just. The answer is it's random. Okay, the answer is it's random. What should we do next one? Okay, so we check that one. We don't know. Oh my goodness, almost done. Fifth paragraph, make prediction. Sixth paragraph, I leave this one to you. Conclusion, you know, I'm not going to read a conclusion, final suggestion, something. Fifth paragraph, make a prediction. That's what you are required to know. That's what you definitely need to know. So how do we make a prediction? We already know that's our regression model. So I copy it to here, right? I copied it to here. So I ask you, since we are already doing the real one, you don't really need to look at the example because it's kind of different and I don't want to confuse you. So our real number is here. Sales units is coefficient, is the intercept. What's the meaning of intercept? It means without any other marketing activity, you know, you don't need to do representative, you don't need to have an I have no idea how to explain no selling price, but without anything, your basic sales unit will be 294.19 units. And then, you know, you increase by $1 more, it will decrease by this. You have representative, it will predict it to increase this. So now the question said average price is $4. So instead of using the selling price, you know, instead of putting selling price, we replace this number with the exact number, which is 4. So what does that mean? So now your predicted sales units will be still 294.19. Everybody knows, I just copy from there. I can even put them in the same place, okay? And then now minus 28.61. We used to time the selling price. But no, you already know selling price is how much? Is $4 each. So now we replace as the exact number of $4 there. And then we still plus our old one. We still put this, you know, we still put this. Now representative, no representative. So if it's no, that means it's 0 or 1. If no, it means 0. Okay, dummy variable. If no, it means 0. And then we still put a coefficient there. End camp, no end camp. One more time, no end camp. 0 or 1, 0. Right? So we time instead of the variable we know it's already 0. And then 111.26. A demonstration 3 weeks ago. So there is only 3 weeks ago. So the current is also 0, right? Current is also 0. And then 3 weeks ago, 73.66. Now we time how much? We time 1 because there was 1 3 weeks ago. 67.7. 4 to 5 weeks ago, no demo, we time 0. So for the continuous variable, whatever the selling price is, you just need to replace your selling price with 4. For the dummy variable, if there is a no, it means 0. No representative, so it's 0. No end cap, so it's 0. No current demonstration is 0. There was 1 3 weeks ago, so it will be what? It will be 1. If there is the dummy variable, that means it's 1. If there is no demo 4 to 5 weeks ago, then this variable will become 0. Okay, so this is the keyword. Does this make sense? You do all the numbers And make sure this only gives you the unit. I don't really know how many, I just know XXX, but this is just the units. So if the question asks you, hey, what about your sales revenue? Then you have to use the units and then time $4 each, right? To get your sales revenue dollar amount. Okay. Okay. So I think that's all. I took care of this one. I'll leave the last one to yourself. And then I said, email me your first regression model, second one, and then your final report. You know, I'm not going to really read. If you have any question, just let me know. But I think after watching this video, it will be pretty straightforward. So let me know if you have any question with the chapter 10 and then regression model. As I said, it's not due until almost the end of this semester. So email me, ask me office hour online. If you miss me, email me and then we can talk. Thank you. I see you next time.